Oh, hello everyone. Happy November. We're going to start today with our cookie decorating kit, and it is our November box. Let me show you how cute this looks. I've already done one set of cookies, so let's see. Look how cute these are. Move this down here. I need to go grab my cookie kit because I forgot to grab it, but this is what we're going to be decorating. I will be right back. All right, so these are our cookies that we're decorating. We've got 8 different shapes. They're really cute. And for this box, I thought I'd throw in 6 colors. Usually I do 4 colors, and every now and then I'll throw in an extra color. So, I don't know. I was just feeling colorful this month, I guess you'd say, because it's my favorite colors, fall. All right, so this is going to be your information about the cookie kit. 8 designs, 4 to 5 colors. Well, this one you get 6 colors, and because of that, I didn't put sprinkles in. I thought an extra color would be better, and then also your video tutorial, which is right here. You can find this on Facebook. So when you go back to decorate your cookie kit, you can find this here. You can find it on YouTube, and it's also posted on our website. And there's a video link of an insert that goes into the cookie kit, and you can find the one on our website right here. Okay? On the back, it tells you about your storage. So if you're not going to decorate these right away, that's okay. Stick it in the freezer, and it will last for a few months. I mean, it'll last forever, honestly. Just the whole box, royal icing and all, stick in the freezer. Take it out when you're ready to decorate. And then drying time usually takes about 24 hours for them to completely dry. Some people like to wait for them to dry, others don't. Even in 6 hours, they're usually fairly dry enough, okay? And they're still a little soft, so they're really actually delicious if they're not, drying for 24 hours, okay? And then this is your live video. You also get a cookie decorating tool in your kits if you want one. I know there's a lot of people out there that have like 20 of these at home, and don't worry, you don't have to take one every time, okay? All right, let's get decorating. So with your bags of frosting, I want to make sure that I want you to knead all the bags, just kind of squish it up. Get them all mixed in. Make sure that it's all one solid color, not 2 tones, because usually that means that it needs to be mixed. And what happens is the sugars are separating from, or the water separating from the sugar. So just kind of squish it in, okay? I do seal the bags up here. This is just so that the royal icing does not dry out or get all over in the box. So just be careful. This seal does open up pretty easily. So when you're decorating, make sure to keep that frosting away from that line, and then just squeeze it like this, or twist it, and keep that frosting down here, okay? If the frosting comes up here, so kiddos like to grab the bag, squeeze it, and then sometimes the frosting comes out the top. If that happens, you can just grab a Ziploc bag and use one of those if your bag breaks to the point of where you can't use it, okay? All right, so you've got your bags of frosting. We have our cookies. These are what they're going to look like when we're done decorating, okay? We've got a leaf. We have a apple cider cup, or it could be a hot chocolate, whatever you prefer. This is our little acorn. We have a cute pumpkin. And of course, I didn't go with a traditional orange because I thought we should mix it up a bit. We have our pumpkin pie. This is actually not a pumpkin pie this year. This is an apple pie. So I changed it up a bit, and then we wrote gift thanks on here, which is really cute. We have our truck hauling a pumpkin. This is our scarecrow, which I think this one might be my favorite shape in the box. But then there's also the gnome, so it's a hard choice. But yeah, those are our shapes that we're going to be decorating, and this is what they're going to look like when they're done, okay? So either you can follow along with the rest of the video and see how to decorate, or you can just go for it. And yeah, happy decorating. I'm going to set these aside and I will get my cookies ready to decorate with you. So I went ahead and already mixed up my frostings. So you should have 4 or 6 colors that look like this. Okay. I've already mixed them all up, so they are good to go for me. So make sure that you take your time and you really mix them. If you start decorating and it comes out really watery, that just means that they need to be mixed up a little bit. Okay, so just pinch the top of it and just mix it up a little bit more. So in this box, we have our set of cookies. I'm going to go set this box aside. I cannot believe that Thanksgiving is only a few weeks away. That just means that Christmas is right around the corner, which I'm excited about. This is my favorite time of year. We do have some classes going on this season. I haven't done a live person class in a while, but we are going to be doing a class at AR Workshop. We're kind of teaming up, and I'm going to do cookie decorating, and then also you're going to create a cookie platter, and it's supposed to be, the idea is cookies for Santa. So that will be at AR Workshop on December 17th. We're going to release that information here soon, and you can sign up. There's going to be limited sign up, so if you're interested, just keep an eye out for that. We're going to post it on Facebook and announce it, okay? Okay, so this is what all of the cookies look like. As you can see, this guy's not perfect. No big deal. You cover it with frosting. The first thing that we're going to do is we go through and we outline our cookies, and then we're going to flood them. Flooding is the process of just putting the colors in and covering the entire cookie. Outlining is when you just draw a line around the cookies. You're creating a little dam so that that frosting does not go over the edges. Okay? All right, so I'm just making sure all my bags are prepped. When you cut the cookies, the bags, right? Also, in the tips of these bags, the frosting, sometimes I don't mix it up enough, and so it kind of sits in there. So I just kind of push it back down and just kind of make sure it's all mixed. When you cut these bags, you want to cut off a small hole, okay? Just like that. And then just think about it this way. You can cut pretty small, and that's fine because you can always go back and cut a little more off. Now, if you cut off too much, you really can't go back. So just be aware of that. I'm going to cut it, and I just kind of make sure that I see where the tips land. You don't want them landing on your cookies like mine just did. Okay? You don't want to be eating that plastic. All right, and all the boxes, guys, are available for pickup starting this week and then also through Thanksgiving weekend, okay? I'm always drawn to this blue for Thanksgiving. I just think it's not a traditional color really for fall, but I love it, so I'm always drawn to it. Okay, so here's our cookies. I'm going to sit down and we're going to start the decorating process. Make sure that you have your needle, your decorating needle available, your decorating tool, okay? Set it aside, make sure you have a pair of scissors. And then I also have just a damp paper towel, so I have just something to wipe my hands off. That royal icing gets really sticky and it starts drying on things, and it just, you know, it's nice to be able to wipe it off and not have the crusties all over your hand. Okay, so let's get outlining. Okay, we're going to outline the leaf first, so go ahead and grab your orange. I'm going to turn this way just a tad. There we go. So go ahead and grab your orange, and we're just going to outline the entire leaf with the orange, okay? And I did make the frosting just a little thicker than normal for some of the colors. I just think it's easier to work with that way. And your cookies usually come out puffier with the frosting, so I like it like that. Kind of take your time. You don't need to rush this process. Okay, we're just going to outline, and that's exactly what it's going to look like. So you set it aside, and we'll grab another one. Let's do the acorn next. Grab your brown. I'm going to outline the top. Okay, and then grab your green. We're going to outline the bottom. The green always seems to come out a little runnier than the other colors, and I don't know why that is, so just know that. All right, now let's do we'll do the pumpkin. So grab the blue. I'm going to start right up here. I'm just going to do the segmented parts of it. Okay, and then grab your orange, and we're going to fill in the little leaf over it, not fill it in, but outline the leaf. And guys, I might be going really fast on this, but what you could do, because you don't have to keep up, right? The best part is about watching this and decorating is you could pause it so you can see how I outline it, pause it, catch up, and then move on to the next shape. Okay? The last thing I'm going to add on here is just our little twig. Okay. Let's do our apple pie. I'm not used to doing an apple pie, but I just thought this would be so cute to do. So if I call it a pumpkin pie over and over again, I do apologize. I love these cookies because they cook like an actual pie. See how the edges get a little brown? It's the best part. Okay. So how we're going to do this, you're going to come down. I don't know why I'm a little shaky today. There's that. Okay. Oh, and also in your bag, I forgot to go over this. You should have an extra piping bag, okay? And I'll show you why here soon. Just keep it close, but set it aside. Okay, for our gnome, you're going to outline his little body with the blue or the teal. This is where you probably see, if you see how thin my line's coming out, you can cut it a little bit bigger maybe if you wanted. Okay. Then we're going to do the hat. It's going to be orange. And then we're going to do his beard white. See how it comes out a little runny sometimes? That's just because it wasn't mixed all the way. And it happens, it just gets stuck in the tip. Just kind of clean it off. Okay. That's our little gnome. It's actually, we're going to do the scarecrow a little last just because it's one of the harder shapes. Okay, so grab your teal. We're going to do our mug. I'm just going to draw in a little hole for the handle. Okay, and then in the middle here, I'm going to draw a little heart. Okay. Then on the top, all right. Grab your apple pie. That's one thing that we're missing was the heart on the apple pie. Okay. Then the truck, let's start the outline with the green. I'm going to give him his little tire protectors. I don't know what those are called. Something, but okay. Then we're also going to draw, grabbing your ivory. I'm actually just going to fill this in. It's pretty runny right now. It's probably just because it's the tip of mine. I didn't mix it in. So I just added it on. It should be fine like that. Okay. Sometimes like certain colors get runnier than others. It's really weird. Then I'm also going to draw on the tire. Just on the bottom. And we're going to draw on the window. Okay, so now we're going to draw on the pumpkin. Okay. And the very top's going to have just okay. Now I'm going to just add in my white here just because I see that it's kind of falling in and losing that shape. So I'm just going to fill this in so that I don't lose that shape of the window after I add it on. I don't like having too big of an outline. So anyways, there's your truck. And the next one's going to be our scarecrow. So first things first, we're going to outline his little head using the white. Okay. And then his hat, actually, you know what? I'm going to fix this just a little bit. I think that's okay. Okay. Then his hat is going to be blue. So we're going to do the brim. Then you're going to do an orange line for just the line on the hat. All right. Then you're also going to grab your ivory. I need to mix mine in a little. With the ivory, we're going to draw the straw. Okay. Just going to kind of pull it down just a little bit. I'm going to do this in sections. So I did it in 3 sections. As you can see, there's 3 different ones, okay? And then down here, same kind of thing. Okay? And that's good enough for the scarecrow for now. Okay, so we have all our cookies outlined. I'll put them here just in case if you want to see all of them in one shot. And then pause it here and just outline. I know some people like to do that. And then on my video on YouTube, what I do is I tell you guys in the description what time frame you can actually find my outline cookie, or what time you can find my outline cookies on the video. Okay? So that's what they all should look like outlined. And then give me a second because I just dropped my camera stand. All right. All right. So that's our Thanksgiving. Okay, outlined cookies. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start flooding them. Let's move some of these out of here. Okay, let's start with our pie. You're gonna grab your ivory and you're just gonna fill it in. I know we outlined in brown, but that's just because it gives the pie just a little bit of definition, right? So get as close as you can, and as you're filling, you want to fill up and just get next to that outline you did. Okay. Take your decorating needle. You want to push it up to the edges if you weren't able to do it while outlining, and just kind of fill it in. You want it to be nice and even. Okay. And the way to get it really even and spread out is you just shake it like this, and it spreads out really easily. Okay. Now let's get the top part here. We're going to fill it in. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add a little bit of brown up here, just along the edge, so it just looks like a cooked apple pie. Okay, and then you take your needle, you just kind of swirl it around. It just has that browning effect from the oven, and it looks really cool. Okay. And then once you're done with that, you want to fill in your heart with the brown. And then I just kind of sometimes just help out with the definition of the heart. It looks pretty. Okay, and we'll fill in the ivory here in a minute. I just like to let this set and dry because I don't like it when it's wet and then it accidentally pulls it over that outline that we do. So I want to just give it a minute to set. Let's fill in our truck. Let's grab the green. And we're going to just outline the whole middle here. I'm going to keep my bags cut pretty much the same that I originally cut them, only because we have some fine details that we're going to do, and you don't want to cut your bags too big for that. So I'm just not even recutting, so just wait. Give you a heads up on that. And I think I did this truck last year, but it's really, really a cute shape for the fall box. So I'm going to take my brown, I'm going to fill in the brown tires. Okay. I'm going to shake it a little bit. Just be careful because it is wet in spots, so you want to find a spot that you can touch it without messing it up, okay? You don't have to do this, but that way it smooths out your tires. And then you're going to take your ivory and right in the middle just put a dot of ivory. Just a little circle so you have the middle of the tires, okay? We'll set that one aside. We'll keep working on it here in a minute. Let's work on the scarecrow. Let's go ahead and flood the face in white. Now this one's going to be, just be careful because there are crevices, not careful, just try to get up in there. And then you're going to use your needle too to go and fill out the spots that need to have better definition. Okay. And that's what I do, is just kind of pull it like this. Okay, and then you want to fill in the blue for the hat. And I'm going to just shake it a little just to smooth it out. Okay. And then I'm going to just go ahead and add on the orange too while I'm at it. Because I kind of like it when, for the hat like this, I want it to kind of blend together, not like have that segmented look. Then I'm going to add in the last bit of blue on the top. I'm just going to kind of help define it. Okay. All right, that's the start of the scarecrow. Let's fill in some of our gnomes. We're gonna do the body first. Just fill in with the blue. Kind of help even out that frosting. Make sure it's an even layer. And then fill in the orange of the hat. I'm also going to add in just a little bit of a green patch up here. We're going to patch it up once this sets a little. Just do like a little green square. Just like that. Okay. All right, the next shape, let's do the pumpkin. Okay, so we're going to fill it in with the blue on the. We're going to start with the outside lines, segments, and then we'll do the one in the middle last. We'll fill it in. Grab my towel. I accidentally touched my scarecrow face. patch them up real quick. There we go. All right. And then on the top, let's do the stem. Stem. All right. Let's do our mug. Okay, so we're gonna do like a plaid like this. That's what it's gonna end up looking like. Okay, so we're gonna fill this in with the blue. Oh, I totally did that wrong. We fill it in with the ivory. I messed up on that. See if I can fix it. So this is how you fix it. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna make it easy and just scrape this off. I was wondering, I was like, man, I'm using a lot of blue, and then I realized the outline threw me off. Okay, easy peasy. So actually, let's go ahead and outline that heart one more time. Okay, we're gonna leave it there for a minute, just so I can let that dry. And then up here, I'm gonna add the white in. All right, so let's set the, we'll do the blue heart later. So let's just set that aside for a minute. Let's do our green acorn. We'll do the acorn part first, and then we'll move on to the top. Okay, and then take your white. Actually, let's take the ivory and do it. I'm just going to draw a little light reflected line on there, reflection line. like that. We'll do our leaf a little bit last. Let's go back to the pumpkin. Or not the pumpkin, moving the pumpkin out of the way. The apple pie. We're just gonna add in the last bit here. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of really be cautious about going around this heart because I don't want to lose the shape of a heart as you're filling it in. Just smooth it out, and then we'll add the writing on there here last. Grab your pumpkin truck. Add that in. We're going to add the rims for the tire. Rims. I think that's what it is. All right. I can think of that. Okay. And then we'll also draw on just a handle. Grab your scarecrow. I'm just going to add on some of the ivory. And I'm going to do every other section. Okay, and within that straw, I'm just going to draw just a few of the brown lines on. Okay, do it up here too. And then for his eyes, I'm going to just do kind of like an oval eye. And then just like a scarecrow nose. Just kind of like a long triangle, rounded edges, right? And then his little face is just a little squiggly face with a smile. Okay? And we'll do the other sections here in a minute. Let's fill in the middle of our pumpkin here. Okay, and let's add the orange on here, over here for the leaf. Use your needle, and that way you can grab those edges, pull in that color, make sure it's all even. Give it the definition that it needs. Okay, let that sit for a minute. We'll come back to that too, get some more final details for it. Let's grab our gnome. Now on the gnome I did plaid, and it looks like this. Okay, so that's what we're gonna go for. So you're gonna grab your brown. We'll do the brown first. And I just did just a couple lines up here. Okay. And from this spot, I come down. And I kind of like that it's like a 3D texture. Like it pops up a little. That's why I didn't do it when it was wet. I wanted it to sit on top of the frosting. Okay, but I do want the brown to kind of fall into each other. I'm going to take it now, shake it a little bit just to get that brown to fall into the lines of each other. Okay. And then you're going to take your green and do the same thing, but draw one line. Okay, that looks darling. Too cute. Now you're gonna take your brown and you're gonna add in lines for this patch that we added on. So I'm gonna do 2 lines here, 1 line here, 2 lines here, and then 1 line here. Okay, so it just looks like a little patch. We'll finish this one up here in a second. We're gonna grab our mug. Fill it in with the ivory, not the blue like I did and messed up. Okay, now I'm gonna go around the heart. Try to keep that definition there because it's cute. Get it all filled in. Shake it all about. Okay, then you're gonna take it, just kind of push that up there so it has a straight line. I see a couple unsmooth lines here near the handle, so I just want to smooth that out so it doesn't look jagged or anything, okay? You want your lines to be nice and pretty. Now this is going to be our mug, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take the orange. I'm going to draw a couple lines here. It's funny because I really have to think about drawing a plaid pattern. Just not drawing lines. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw 2 here. probably could have done that a little different, but that's okay. All right, grab the green, and you're just going to add one green line near the other lines for all of them. Kind of shake it, get it all to fall in. Then you're gonna add the blue heart. Now you add the blue to the heart. And it's great when you have it in the middle and you're kind of adding it after everything, because you could kind of get it to kind of go above the lines. Okay. Give it a little shake. All right, and our apple cider mug, hot chocolate mug, whatever you want to call it, is done. All right, put that aside. Let's finish up our gnome. We're going to add on the white. Okay. And you're going to take it, make sure it's all a smooth line. Make sure your beard comes to a point. Okay. We'll add on the nose here in a second. Grab your pumpkin. So on the pumpkin, you're going to just add on polka dots to the top. Okay, do the same thing to the other side. Okay, and then for the middle part, just draw some lines. And if you wanted, you could make it more of a plaid pattern. Okay, pretty dang cute. And then you could draw some lines on for the foliage up here. And that's that. And then the last touch would be just a squiggly line for the top of the pumpkin stem. That one's all done. Let's finish up this guy. We're going to add in the orange. put in the top of the pumpkin brown. Okay. We'll finish that up in a second also. So I'll put this by the gnome, knowing that we have to do it. Add in the rest of the ivory. Just add a little bit of brown in also for the brown straw touch. And then we're going to add just a little patch up here on its hat like we did the gnome. Just add a couple lines of stitching. So it looks like a little patch. Cute. Okay, so for this guy, we're gonna just fill it in. This one's kind of it's fun. Sorry, I keep losing you on the camera there. So you just fill it in. It's gonna be there's no perfect way to do this. It's imperfect, right? I'll show you what I mean by that here in a second. Fill it in like that, and then you're going to add in some blue. Just add it right next to where you added that orange. Sorry, my camera keeps moving. Okay. And then we're going to add green to the middle of that. Take our needle, make sure that the orange is actually outlined well around. Okay, it kind of went fast, so I saw I had a couple of gaps going on there. Okay, then you're going to shake it, kind of smooth it out a bit. And then you can like do whatever you wish at this point. You could do like circles like this. Just kind of drag that green through. I'm gonna put this one to go up a little bit more. Okay, and then you take it. Okay, then you're going to grab the brown and you're going to add the veins. I'm just going to add on veins. Okay, and then grab your ivory and you're just going to add on little balls. Just because it looks cute. Reminds me of the little bugs that live on plants. It's not what the intent is, but it's kind of funny. That's what I just thought of. I think they're aphids. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. All right, just like that. And that's your leaf. And that one's fun because really there's no rhyme or reason. Just make it look fun. Let's grab your acorn. On the top of the acorn, we're going to draw the brown on. Because it's going to look like this. It's kind of a checkered pattern. Okay, so we're going to just, oh, I've got a little something in my, this is the royal icing making a mess. Okay, just gonna draw little lines. Okay. And you're going to kind of drag through those lines and just pull the vertical ones down. I'm just going to kind of outline the whole thing. Okay, and then I'm going to shake it so it falls in. Okay. And then we have to add on our, let's do the gift things on here. Okay, so we're going to work with the blue for a minute. You're going to just do your best with this. And I'm going to actually do it all the way across on this one. Okay, we can set that aside. I'll show you one more thing we're going to do to that. Do the gnome. We have one last thing to add on, and he's got a big old nose. Like a big mound of frosting, and there you go. Cute. You're going to grab your truck. And we're going to just add on the grapes of the back. Okay. And that's it. Make sure I have everything. I think I do. Okay, so for the give thanks one, now I give you an extra bag. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my brown in there. Just a little bit. You don't need too much because we're just going to put on the top of that give thanks the brown. But you want a really, really small top. So I just cut the tip off, put it in here. Now what I'm going to do, and if you don't have your extra bag, that's fine. Just use a Ziploc bag or something, or don't even worry about it. This could be bigger pain for you than not, okay? But if you're decorating them and you want to do it, this is fun. Cut off a very, very, very small tip, smaller than we do at the beginning of the videos, okay? And then on the cookie, you're going to outline it with the brown. So you're just going to go through the middle. And just take your time. I'm going to outline this. Okay. Be patient. Just go right over the top. Okay, just like that. It says give thanks. All right, and that's going to be our November box. I'll put them all in a line so everyone can see them. This one right here. All right. Oh, if I could stand up, I've been sitting too long. All right, so here's our set. Really, really cute. They taste really yummy. Such a fun activity to do, especially during the holidays with family. There are a bunch of families that have been doing this for a while with me. So anyways, hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the November. I know that there's Thanksgiving that's coming up. Also, Hanukkah lands in November this year as well. So we'll have cookies for those. Have a wonderful time, and we'll see you for the Christmas box.